Morning, everybody. We're live at the Lip Cave, Pennsville, New Jersey, April 26, 2026. Good to be here. Good to see everybody. Wayno's putting the number right now on the chat for anybody who wants to text in. You can text into that number. It will come up on the screen. It's buzzing now.
You got the buzzing going.
That's something going. That's probably that's just my notice that the show's coming on. That's all. Go ahead and do your normal shout outs off the top of your head that you want to do.
Let's see here. Now we got DJ Juicy from All Day DJs. Does karaoke every Thursday night out at Scooters. Got a new day job.
Did he?
He's gonna be working with my hopefully he goes for his second interview, but usually you got it when you go for your second interview.
Where's he at?
One of the companies driving that drops off uniforms and stuff. I'm not sure the name of the company. Just that's what he's gonna be doing.
Right.
And it's like starts out $25 an hour. Just driving. You drop off, like a UPS guy, but drops uniforms off, picks a uniform.
Kind of like the guy did for the mops with the
exactly.
Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But local, then he's around. He'll just be.
It'll be over in Delaware.
Oh, wow. No, good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law got him in there, and he been working there forever.
Your brother-in-law.
Yeah. So.
Well, there you go.
Pretty good job. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations. Yep. To Thomas.
And
absolutely.
Now he's thrilled because now he can get more DJing time at
because he got a day job.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's the only thing about night jobs. You can't do those kind of things. But
did an 80th birthday party yesterday. Sent a happy birthday out to Tammy's neighbor Sam. Don't know his last name, just know him by Sam. The VFW guy.
Okay.
So I don't usually do free stuff like that.
Right.
But he comes over and would help. He helped with that ice and stuff we had.
Right.
Helped me chop all that up and get it cleared out. The dude's working off of one lung, and he's 80 years old. So we did a party before that he was at, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm having an 80th birthday party. You want to DJ it? And how much?" And I was like, "Dude," I said, "you help us out all the time. Bring us vegetables and stuff from his garden and everything."
Right.
And I'm like, "Dude, you help us out and give us stuff, man." I was like, I'll give you one for free.
Nice.
He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, free, man." I said, "I'll do it every once in a while." Said, help me out. Shoot.
Well, it's good. Return a favor type thing.
Yeah.
That's what life's about. Doing that kind of stuff. So.
Then Annette McGraw.
Annette McGraw with Blessed Kitchen Bakery.
Her mom was just in the hospital. She's out.
I did see that
now,
on
I
Facebook.
think she's out now.
I'm not sure, but I saw that she was in.
So thoughts and prayers to her.
Hope everything's going well. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Jump in real quick just for one. Not real quick, but we'll start off then. We could actually start off with what's on TV right now. Not that we usually do say anything. There was a shooting last night at the White House.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of scary. We don't do politics. So we're not talking about it, but it was a scary situation. But FBI and, Secret Service, I should say, stepped in very quickly, and nobody was hurt, injured.
Who the hell was that?
Nope. Well, it says on the bottom who it was underneath of her knee. But yeah, we're just viewing it now on TV as far as him running by. They did get him, apprehended him. Just thankful that the guys stepped in really quick and did their job. It looked.
How do you get a gun into the White House?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how. And he had a shotgun and whatever.
I didn't know.
He
all
had
the
a
details.
couple. He was heavily armed.
Wow.
Who was doing what? You don't get patted down. You don't go through don't they go through the beeper thing like you do at the airport?
You would think.
You go through a doorway that you got to get into this area. You would have to go through that. There's something don't seem right. Almost seems like acting. You almost makes you think he was put in there to do what he did, but he didn't get away with it. That's weird to say, but I feel like that. You don't think the airport security is better than the White House? Of course, they've taken things on airport too before, but it's rare.
Right.
It's rare that you get away with that now. So anyway, that's just came up on TV here while we're doing this morning, but we'll just mention it. But what I just wanted to jump into is hooray for Hollywood. The Phillies got to win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hooray for the Phillies.
I almost forgot who they were at first.
Yeah, we all got our things that we'll say, which I've been doing too. I'm done with this team. I'm not saying I'm not done, but I'm just. Oh, I didn't say it, meaning it. I just said it. I did say it to Ron. Well, I'm done with this team.
I did too.
Or I said it to Chris. I've said those straight a million times.
I told Marianne at work.
But doesn't mean I am.
One of the tenants at Village Orange.
Right.
We were talking, and she's a big Phillies fan, and she used to live in Atlanta. I was like, "You jumping back onto your old team?" She's, "Nah, I think they're gonna break this losing streak." And I'm like, "I don't know."
There you go.
It just I'm glad they did.
It just looked good to see. I didn't watch all the game, but I watched part of it.
Was he good or just their
Wheels game? Came out pretty decent. He pitched 5 innings. I think he gave up a run or 2. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that.
I think they said they wanted to try to get 6 out of him, but
he didn't look too bad, enough, right? Yeah. Well, they won't. You always want to say you want to try to do something. I'm kind of glad they didn't just go 5. I don't want to push this. I would not.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have just said, "You give us a good 5 Wheels, and we'll be happy." But I'm always afraid when our relievers come in. We don't right now. The bullpen is not doing what it did yesterday, except for that Banks. Banks has been given every time he's been going in the last few games. Yes, he's given up runs and hits. And
you're right.
Yeah, last year he was kind of shut down. He was pretty good last year. So
I told Tammy that a couple of days, not this time, but the last time he came in and he didn't do good. I was like, well, he can bank on Banks for screwing this up.
Well, he did, yeah. But we got through it, brought Backus in last night, and to finally finish it up, and he got away with getting it done. So they won in 10 innings. Was it 10? Yeah.
Yeah, 10 innings.
10 innings. It was extra in game. So, well, good for them. Maybe this will trigger something. I mean, Harper had a great game. He drove in 4 runs. I think he had 2 or 3 hits. I know he had 2 at least. And he had sacked 5, and he drove in 4 runs. That was his 31st 4 RBI game. 31st game scoring 4 RBIs, driving in. So good for the Phils. They go again today. They could actually win a series if they win today. You're amazing. They've lost 5 straight series. So we'll see what happens. But that broke the 10-game losing streak now. Flyers didn't get it done last night yet. Still way ahead. 3-1 series. Lost last night 4-2. Just didn't have it. I watched a lot of that game, most of that game.
This is best out of 7, right?
Yes. Well, all those series are. Yeah. But Penguins came prepared, and I just think they kind of shut the Flyers down in the areas that the Flyers were doing good for those 3 games and how we were getting it done. Pittsburgh had the answer for those things last night. So now we have to go back to Pitt and figure out how to take this game 4. So they lead the series 3-1. It's not, like I said, it's not the end of the world. Once you go 3 games up, and you need 1 more. It's not like it's bad, but you don't want to lose this next one.
Right.
You definitely don't want to go 3 because the momentum will change terribly, and that's going to be rough. So you do want to go back now out to Pittsburgh. Hopefully they will get the win. It's Monday night. Monday night they play in Pittsburgh. So those 2 things. Let's touch on NFL draft.
Yeah, I'm happy. I wish we could have got that tight end, which the Eagles did try to get because they were in talks with the Bucks. They were in talks with.
And there again, that's just the thing. I did too. Don't say you and I were both on the same page. I'm just not. That's not the turning point for this team. Is just to getting that one guy.
No,
you would have had to give up too much to do it if you did it, and they didn't do it. And they didn't have the Stowers guy they got, second best tight end in the draft. The guy they got. I have the list here of everybody.
Yeah, I only saw the first.
I got Malik Lemon, wide receiver, USC. Great pick.
Yeah.
So before we even go, overall, well, I can do it at the end then. I'll grade where I think they finished, and it's going to be pretty good. But round 2, pick number 54, Eli Stowers, tight end from Vanderbilt. Good tight end, like I said, everybody's talking good about him. Round 3, number 68 pick, Markel Bell, offensive tackle, Miami. This guy is 6'9", 346 pounds. He should be.
That's a big guy.
eventually they're hoping this will be the guy to replace Lane Johnson. Not this year, but we'll work under him. He'll get in doing, I like the pick. So did everybody that I'm telling you that they picked on TV. All these guys think the Eagles did great. Thought Howie pulled off a good one. Round 5, number 178 pick, Cole Payton, quarterback. They said they wanted to pick a quarterback in the round. I didn't know they would go that high, but they gave up their 2 fourth rounds. They give up their 2 fourth to Dallas to move up to 20 to get Malik Lemon.
Yeah.
And then they also gave up some picks to Minnesota somehow to get Grenard.
Right.
They did get Grenard, which is good. That's not on here, but so Cole Payton, North Dakota State is where he's from. Anybody else we know from there?
No, nobody.
Yeah, there is.
Carson Wentz.
That's the first thing Tom said last night. Tom Mason said, "Oh God, well, isn't that where Wentz was from?" I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean he's the same as Wentz. Why would you do that?
Right.
We could have had a great quarterback come out of USC or something, and wasn't that where the guy that broke his leg? Well, no. So you mean this guy's going to? I mean, I don't look at it like that. This guy is very athletic, 6'3", 232 pounds. And I saw some film on him. He leaps, jumps, runs. Kind of did the same thing. What's his name? Did Wentzy? But he's a slinger. He could really throw the ball. So anyway, that's Cole. I'm sure somewhere down the road he might end up. He could be the successor to. I think now they end up moving Tanner McKee. They'll let Tanner. I don't know. I just wonder if they're going to. Yeah, because he's been in the league 4 years. He wants to start with somebody. Just staying under us and doing nothing. He's not going to be the guy. So, he's going to be the guy if gets hurt. But moving on to round 6, number 207 pick was Micah Morris, guard out of Georgia. Looking for another offensive line. That was good. Round 7 was Cole Wisniewski, safety from Texas Tech. They always like to get a safety or a defensive back. They got the safety. This guy here, I don't know much about, but they say he is an athletic freak. I saw a picture of him. How he's built.
The edge rusher?
7. No, this one. U.R. Bernard, defensive tackle, international pathway program, whatever that means. Was he from what? They say it's kind of like how we picked Malata. He wasn't a football player. He was a rugby, and they made him into what he is. I don't know, but they say this guy, if he can learn how to do whatever he's got, harness it, he's going to kill some people. They're really high hopes on this project. Then, in other words, that's a project moving forward. So we'll see how he makes it, how he makes out. And the final pick was the Keyshawn James newbie, round 7. No, pick number 252, edge rusher. Bless you.
Thank you.
Out of New Mexico. So overall grade, I know it's not the people know, but we always seem to get the next best player in these positions. And they're surprised at a couple of these players, the ESPN, that they didn't go sooner. So that's what I kind of like, Howie looking for guys he thinks should have been picked and weren't overlooked for whatever reason. I don't know, but they were overlooked. I give them an A- on the grading. The grading for the overall, I put it probably a little high, a B+ maybe at the least in a sense for me, but that's where I'm at. That's all I have. So
you give him a D.
Oh God,
no, I'm just kidding.
You would.
They didn't pick my tight end again.
No, well, see, they didn't.
They couldn't.
I know, and that's just it. They couldn't. You would know that wasn't. He doesn't want to give up.
I
too
can't
much.
believe the Jets grabbed him. I thought they were going to grab a receiver.
Jets grabbed a couple good picks, and you would, but see, they say this guy can do that. Not that he would be put out on wide receiver. You're going to use him as a tight end, but he's going to look like a wide receiver.
Right.
So, and you know how you can make that look like. Well, that's not a tight end route. The guy just we don't have to run routes. Maybe the Jets are shaking things up and making the scheme look different. Just like with the Eagles. I hope the way we get to use this offense this year and the way the coach is going to help, they're talking. In fact, I saw a thing on my phone. The coach that coached Hurts in college, I forget his name, is a prominent name too. He's very tired of hearing Hurts taking the beating on everything that he has done, hasn't done. Not a stats guy. He said he really thinks this year you're going to see a different Hurts. So I hope this guy's right. Now, Hurts and this guy have been in contact, so they're talking. So I don't know if this guy's found something. I got to find out who this is. I keep saying this guy. When you chat, I'll look it up real quick. But anyway, I think the reading of the defenses and the not getting to the open man is the problem he's had this whole time in his career, even though he's had good numbers and won a lot of games and won a Super Bowl. It still all comes down to if you're controlling the football a little more. And times we gave up last year. There was 9 games last year, I didn't know this, where we scored less than 20 points out of the season. 9 games. That's a lot. That's bad. That's not putting up points at all. And you talk about 20 points. What's that? Less than 3 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was. I wasn't waiting. I'm just the
the
way you went. Let me see. Oh yeah. 21 keys is 3. But no, I'm just making the point is 9 games you scored less than 3 touchdowns in points for the entire game. That's not going to get it done. Technically, where we finished last year, as far as the record, if he'd have put points on 3 more of the game, we have just as good a season as we did the year before when we won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So he has issues. Hurts, I'm talking about. He does have issues. I'm not going to deny that we have it. But I'm going to be optimistic in the fact that you're that good a quarterback, what you've done so far, you can get this figured out. That if you're a quarterback that has stumbled your whole career in 5 or 6 years, you've had a good, a bad, a good, a bad. If you fell last year to a mediocre season, which I call that, you won 11 games, this can be fixed. This can be corrected. The defense is going to be strong again. I don't have a fear, but thank God we still have Fangio. I hope we can talk him into another year after this year. He always says he says he's leaving, but you don't know. That's
that's going to suck.
That's going. I want him to pick his predecessor, whoever will take over after him. And pick this guy. I hope Howie and Nick Sirianni let him do that when it's time to get the guy to come in here, that they don't just do it. Because I would be ownership talking to him saying, Vic, this is in your hands. We will let you say who you think the best replacement is for you as you're leaving, retiring. So that's how I do it. But so we'll see this year. I'm pretty fired up now. I usually do get ready after the draft. And then again, that doesn't mean everybody on the draft is going to make the team. Doesn't work that way. I do think most of these guys that we see will make it. And they're, again, very happy about Malik Lemon because I'm pretty sure AJ is going to be going. I mean, that's just, they keep saying he's an egg-o, he's still an egg-o. Like, we know that because nobody's saying nothing. Also, this morning on ESPN, they came on and said, 2 guys talking, is there a possibility that what the Eagles and Patriots have worked out is the Eagles told the Patriots, you pick the pick you want to pick of this guy that we want as your pick, and when it comes June 1st, we trade AJ Brown and somebody else, and for him that you picked for us. And in other words, nobody knows that.
Right.
The one guy said, you know what? Could be. He goes, I don't know for sure. I can't say they did that, but they could also say, we want such and such, and you've got the 28th pick, which they did have, I think I remember correctly. 28th pick in the first round. I went and looked it up. What'd they get? What was the 28th pick that they got? I think it was a cornerback, a CB. A defense back or something. So nice. So it kind of in an area we still need, to bump up. Or then I looked at the second pick and it was another one. It was either edge rusher or something like that. And there's 2 things, even though we've addressed them in this and getting Grenard, doesn't mean you ever have enough.
Right.
Because Eagles always rotate guys a lot. So that's always. So we'll see if that's it. If the pick goes and Brown goes to the Patriots, and we get one of the Patriots pick with other compensation, obviously, or we get the other pick and something for next year, which I'm pretty sure Howie's going to get like a first for next year, or first or second, if he gets a player. If not, he gets a first next year anyway. But that's my thought on where that goes, and we'll see if that's. I can't wait to see after June 1st because you won't know anything until then.
Yeah,
you have to kind of wait till that. You'll see.
It's less of a
it's less of a cap hit, and that's why they're doing it. But I do think AJ's going. I still like the wide receiver room, what we have. There's 11. Take AJ out of the picture. There'll be 10 wide receivers on the Eagles squad competing for. I looked it up, and it says they usually keep 5 to 6 receivers. Any team, not just the Eagles, any team. So out of 10 guys, somebody's not going to make that. Four guys aren't going to make probably the team. So we'll see who makes it. But we have a good group to look from. So this. OTAs and all this that will be going on and all the training and then the games. This is the time that we'll see what the Eagles pick, the best of the best. So that's where I'm at that way. I think a few other teams I didn't pay attention. A couple of Dallas looked like they got the defensive back. They won Caleb. What was it Caleb?
Yeah, everybody's saying that was
that was a good pick for
out of all the picks. They said that was the best pick out of the draft.
I mean, well,
that's what they said.
Yeah, I know they did. I'm not saying that is, but how many good were? That is a great pick. I don't know if it's the best for them. That I would do it that way. The best pick probably out of the draft that they think the guy literally will start this year.
Right.
And he'll step in and make a difference. That's probably where they're going with that. Because you never know when you draft picks who's going to be what. You hope they are, but you don't know. So
speaking of receivers.
Remember,
Mike Quick.
Yes, Mike Quick for the Eagles.
How did you think of him as a receiver? Great receiver?
Not great, not great, above average to between good and very good.
Because they were talking about how we drafted a receiver and all that. People were saying, this, and this. And Merle Reese was on there too. And he's like, well, he says, you can't really go by, what they did in college and everything because you had Mike Quick coming there and everybody got on Mike Quick because he was they didn't think he was doing too good. He only had 10 catches his freaking rookie year. And then he just blew up after that.
Yeah, like I say, he was consistent. He was always good, and you can't go by the rookie year, right? Guys come in or learn. They're not what you thought they were going to be. But we've also seen too many times where a player was supposed to be something, even they're not offensive. And he never panned out to be that.
And that's what Merle Reese said on. He said, you might get rookies that come in, and they're great their first year, and then their second and third year, they don't do anything.
And a perfect example. You're thinking this? Man, I'm thinking defensive. Oh, no.
I'm thinking offense. That shit came with a Q or some shit.
Yeah, I was thinking defense years ago. Brian Bosworth.
Oh God,
the linebacker. Thought he was going to be like the next Dick Butkus or the next. Who else was a real good middle linebacker, big name back in the early years. That kind of a player. He had a couple good years and he faded right out. He wasn't that guy, but they thought Bosworth was going to be that. Like Brian Urlacher. He was good though. I thought they thought Bos would be that kind of a player. There's another. I just had another one in my mind. Played for Chicago Bears. Wasn't Butkus though? Was another one. But anyway, can't think. Drawing a blank here, doing everything about the old top of the head. But yeah, so I think the draft went well for the teams that got what they wanted in the first few rounds at least. You're always going to get kind of who you want. I know Dob And Wayno said if that guy was available, I knew the Eagles would have taken Sadiq. Yes, they would have. Yeah. Guaranteed. You can't. He's the best athlete out of the draft, period, as far as not just a position. So, to me, that doesn't mean anybody on looking at us is going to agree with us. But I'm saying to me, we would have taken him. But you didn't, so you moved different things around. And I like the idea of getting Stowers. I've seen film on Stowers. I got to see a couple of clips. And they show. Of course, they show you the good ones. But he really can get the job done. He could definitely be Goddard's, successor when he's ready to do it. He will be the guy to step in and be the next Goddard. He has the tools to do that. Whether he does it or not remains to be seen. We'll see.
Is blocking good?
That I didn't get to see a lot of. Yeah, they showed mainly, but they didn't talk negative about it when they showed his clips. So I don't know. They just show the passes and the routes he ran and stuff like that, like the touchdowns he makes and stuff. But I would have to dig into that more to see if he's a good blocker. But yeah, that's important. You don't just want an offensive sided. Well, that was always the knock on the Atlanta guy. I thought.
Kyle Pitts.
He was good offensively, but he was not that good on the line blocking.
Yeah,
I thought that was his knock. I don't mean that he's terrible, but he wasn't.
He wasn't the greatest.
You want a good blocker when the tight end's not out for route running, and then doing something. He's got to be able to take somebody down on the line when they're running. So you do want that. But I just like overall where we went and what we looked for. Some people are not happy with it. Well, we all have different things we're thinking that the Eagles should have done and did do, but Hatley don't never seem to disappoint lately. He's been really good for 5 years now. I mean, I know he had the biggest year we still remember that he botched, and we'll never forget it, was the Rieger Justin Jefferson deal.
Oh God!
When that was
they
botched,
still
at
talk
that,
about that.
yeah, that's always going to be talked about. Trying to get the hand right on TV here. So try not to laugh because I ain't got the choppers in yet. I got to get them fixed. But after the Jefferson round, the years following just seemed to got good, better, but are always good. Then we never had a real bummer bad one. He also had that bad one where he got that. What was that guy? The fireman lineman. He was the fireman. I forget his name. He went to Army or something. He was supposed to come out, and he worked for a fire company. He was a volunteer fire company type guy or something. And he was supposed to be good and never was at all.
Yeah.
Got it. Came right to me. See, my long-term memory is so much better. That's scary. Danny Watkins. You don't remember him?
No,
Yeah, Danny Watkins was his name. And that's what he was, this guy's going to be great. Never. He didn't even have a good first year. He never panned out. He was a rookie. They might have kept him a year after his rookie season. Then they let him go. He was terrible. So sometimes it's not what it is in college. When pro's totally different. These guys learn too. They know the game is faster. It's just a quick. And they say faster. They don't mean just they run faster. The whole game process in the mind and what goes on between defense and offense in an NFL game is totally different than a college game. Totally, to me. Same football game. Obviously, same quarterback, going to throw or run the ball, but the game's different. It's not. I never kind of knew what they were looking at the Phillies right now last night, winning the game, but I never kind of knew what I'm saying very much when I was younger. What do you mean faster game? Why isn't it any different?
Yeah.
If you think about it and break it down, you have to understand what they mean by the plays and the schemes and the defense and the whole. It's just a different game, but that's what makes it interesting to me. That's what makes it great. So you either going to make it in this league or you're. There again, we've named a couple people that just weren't good. Rieger made it in the league. He just wasn't good.
There's your linebacker.
There's Jonathan Grenard. Yeah. Linebacker, but going to be used more as an edge rusher. But I heard this interview. I mean, I know we don't have it on now, but I heard the interview live, him doing this whole thing, and he is on board and on paid. Whatever Howie wants, or not Howie, whatever Vic wants me to do and ready, I'm here. I know he's going to have schemes where I'm a linebacker, where I'm an edge rusher. I'm looking forward to this. I really think Grenard this is the boost he needed. Not that he wasn't good with the Vikings. He was. He was actually good. He had 2 years of 12 sacks. I just feel the Eagles got a good guy, and that's the guy we wanted because we didn't get those other edge rushers you and I were talking about. Well, Garrett, the one Myles Garrett was one. Who was the other one? There was another edge rusher we always were talking about that. They're already out there. They just wanted different contracts. It wasn't meant to be.
Crosby.
Yes, Max Crosby. There you go. Max Crosby from the Raiders. Would have loved to have either one of those guys. Payment for them plus what you'd have to give up. The farm, basically. Yeah. And they're older. They're both older, right? They're both old, not old time. Yeah, they are. They're both pretty well up at the end of their career.
They got some miles on them.
They got miles on them. They got a couple years left, maybe good. So now you got Grenard, who's not that old. He's not young, but he's not 22, but I think he's like 28. That's okay. He's got 4 years left. Just signed him to a 4-year deal. I'd be happy if we got 4 years out of him. To be honest with you. So we'll see there. That's kind of a little bit of our take on the draft. Enjoyed watching it again. Always do. Hopefully next year we'll get to do a show.
Yeah.
We were supposed to, but Wayno
had
you people knew. Well, most of the followers knew. Yeah. Wayno got called away to work. Had a work thing going on to get prepared for something for the next day. I think your inspections or something.
Yeah.
So that that happens. That precedes it. Disappointed, but life goes on. We will make do, and next year you'll hopefully see us with Ralph. Hats off! Shout out to Ralph this morning. They are. They leave yet? Yeah, I think they're on their way to Baltimore for a cruise that leaves out of Baltimore. I think he says the Wyszynski, the bus. They got a bus to take them all down, and then when they're done their cruise, they'll pick them up. But yeah, I think
they don't trust the cruise going out of Philly.
I don't know. They got a good deal here in Baltimore. They're going on a Carnival. I asked him, let me know how you like it, because Carnival doesn't get a real good rating usually on cruises.
It's come by that. What's the one that comes out of Philly?
Well, that one went by the other night. That was wasn't that Norwegian?
Yeah, okay.
That was Norwegian. That's going to be coming in and out of there once in a while, going down the river. Ryan and Melissa got pictures of it and film actually from their porch, from the house. They were all the way from their porch. If you sit out on their little side porch and you can see through, you can get the boat going right by there for about 10 seconds or 20 seconds long or whatever. So yeah, I think Ralph's got to be there at 10. I think they get on the boat. I don't know if they get on. They got to be there at 10 or 11 to check in and get, all that. Then they board at 1 and then they depart Baltimore at 4. So they'll be on the boat, which is good because that gives time for everybody to get on. Yeah. You don't have to. There's different times you get on too that your time says you get on. You don't all get on at 1 o'clock and make a rush. Okay. So there'll be groups that go on at we'll say 12, 1, maybe 2. I don't know. Then they have their hours to get. You don't do nothing with your luggage. Your luggage gets checked and you leave it. So that's why you take a backpack with you when you go on a cruise. And everybody does because you have to have all your stuff you need with you till you see your room later that early evening or late afternoon. Then 4 o'clock they pull out. Blah, 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 goes on a bon voyage party. Everybody's gone and ate lunch, breakfast, or snacks, and you do all your thing that way. Any ship. Then you go back, and then you can get to your room, you get your luggage, get everything set up, and do all that kind of stuff. Then you start your first night. You actually go to dinner, whatever time. So it's cool. Now, that's what we do on the Disney cruise. I don't know how this is with Carnival, but most of them are done the same way for getting on, departing, and all that kind of junk.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise.
You'd like it. I mean, it's different.
I want to go on a cruise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's for you. It's a good sense. It stops at the islands, the different places to do for the day, the beaches.
Can we fish off the back of the...
Oh, God, here we go. Titanic. Wayne will hook something and tip it over. Hook a rock. Tip the boat up.
I was killing it yesterday.
Fishing. I say that one you got was like this.
Yeah,
thing
was a nice cat.
Did you weigh them? Do you have your scale thing?
Nah,
I had one of them, a little scale thing.
We just throw them back.
I mean, yeah, if anybody can do that, I'd like to know. I'm curious to know what it weighs.
He was
I would still throw it back.
That one I was holding like that. He was
what was it?
He was 8 inches. Catfish.
It was a catfish. Okay. Yeah, he looked just good size in the picture, so. And then I see the kids with the little, what they had on here, one like
they were catching sunnies.
They looked like a sunny. I was going to say that's what the little one looked like, but that's cool.
I caught 4 catfish.
Whereabouts were you? Out off of where? Oh, you were in the lake? Off the lake. The boat ramp. Yeah. I know where you are. Nobody. I want a cup though. I'll be quiet if I get a cup.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wayno and the cup here from look what's on this side, and then on the other side it is Sportsman's Club insignia. Very nice, very nice.
I was going to buy the other one, and it had the Sportsman's Club sticker on there, and then it had a flag on the back.
Right.
And she found this in the last one in the back. And I was
so
like,
now we're putting. There's a bunch of us I hear, or a few of us I hear, that are putting in orders for this to get a cup. So we'll see.
So I'm going to go in there with this and be like, well, just go up to the donut shop on Saturday.
It's okay. I still have a goodie here. Oldie but a goodie. Bird baby.
Yeah, I can make 2 of these. You could put F Dallas on it. I'd buy that one too.
If I could get her to take this logo and put it on that cup, that would be neat. And hologram, and do it as a hologram. Oh my God. I don't know where I got this from. I saw it somewhere years ago.
Is it McDonald's?
I don't think so, Wayne. I don't think it was a McDonald's cup. I don't see any. Usually McDonald's puts their little.
Okay, yeah.
They would put a logo on it, but I got it some stores. Oh wait, what's on the side here? Patent pending? Nah, just Brax.com or something. Yeah. Anyhow, Phillies good. Let's talk about the Sixers just a little bit. They are in the playoffs. Lost the first, won the second, lost the next one, right? I think they lost their third. Well, lost in third game. So their series is 2-1. Boston Celtics. So we'll hopefully. No, I haven't been, but I've seen the replays and stuff. Just shout out to the
and
people
we
like
should
basketball, but I do like basketball. I just don't follow it like I do the others.
College, I watch that all day.
Well, yeah, and there's reasons because of the NCAA tournament and all that kind of stuff. It's more fun at the end to follow.
Right.
But it's nice to see the Sixers in there. They're playing a tough team because Boston's very good. So if they ended up winning this, it would be hats off to them. That's a tough first series to win, but
yeah,
I think just the experience they're getting this year. So,
and for people that don't know, Big Air did not burn down.
oh yes, there was a lot of talk about that the other day about the Big Air.
It was about the transformer. Transformer blew up. 2 of them blew up and they fell down. I guess they caught on fire.
They were out back behind it.
Yeah,
behind the shop center.
That's what I'm hearing.
Right, and that's where looking at the pictures, that's how I anticipated that wasn't them; it was behind.
Because when the tenants came in, they're like, "Wait," because we were just talking
that
about
does look
Big
like
Air,
they
and
were
they said,
on fire.
"Big Air is on fire." I'm like, well, that sounds fishy. Big Air's on fire, ain't even open yet. We got insurance fraud already.
We'll be burning the place down before we open it.
But
that's how rumors get started.
Yeah,
when people start rumors, that's exactly how you don't know. There was something up here that no, it wasn't. It wasn't anything. You people just saw fire trucks and in the cars and thought pencils burning down.
Yeah.
So that's how things get crazy. But anyway,
makes for good talk.
Makes for good chit chat. Chit chatty. So
Cheyenne, where you at?
No Cheyenne, no Jay today. What? Do I have to tell everybody we're on every Sunday? I'm getting a little tired of this.
What's going on with Jay?
I thought Jay even said he was looking forward to this week.
Oh, you know what it is? He's pissed off at me.
What's he working on that room again?
No, he's mad at me because I screwed the show up, man, for Thursday. Jay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jay.
Didn't eat that. Eat a lip.
No.
He's a lip, this one.
I don't have anything on high school teams this week. I gotta get back on that.
And Ralph, Ralph's on his way, so I can't say nothing. You can't call in on your way to Baltimore and at least check with us. Are you serious? The cruise is more important than this?
I know, right?
I mean,
Ralph thinks that.
We have 0 followers, and you don't want to be number 1.
That's it.
I mean, what is it?
I'm done with this.
I'm done with this routine. This ain't getting me nowhere. Oh, I guess I can say it unless, maybe I shouldn't say it. So getting a new vehicle, people. And the truck's supposed to be going to somebody's son, but we're working on that. Call the credit union, get a loan.
Not with my credit.
Joey probably got better credit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, looking forward to it'll be great. Joey will end up getting my truck, so I'm not worried about that. We're just joking about it, but it'll happen. So, and I'm getting.
So what do you? I was gonna say, what do you get?
I'm getting a 2023 GMC Terrain Denali. Ooh,
it's 2026, man.
I'm not getting new. Yeah. You know what this would be new? Oh my god! You know what it was new 3 years ago? More than I want to spend. It's as clean as new, Wayne. It's only got
86,000.
What?
Brand new?
Oh, the Denali? Probably not. It might be near that or a little less. Yeah, probably be in that 70, 80 range. I would guess, Wayne. It's only got 28,000 miles on it. It's 3 years old.
Oh shit, that's good.
So it's really low. One of the reasons I like when you see it, when you literally get to see it, open it up and look, you'll be like, this looks like it's brand new, Keith. It really does. This guy got a gem when he got this on his lot. And I'm surprised it's been there a month or so that it didn't get. He said he's had numerous calls on it. Every time he calls back to get the people, are they serious coming in? Nobody answers the phone. He says, when I answered the other day, because he called to confirm I was coming up to say it again. And I said, yeah, sure. I'll see you Saturday. Yesterday when he saw me and talked to us, Adam and I, he goes, you know what? You're the first one that answered back my call when I called to see if you were serious about this call. He goes, there's a list here. He showed me. See all them? He said. I said, yeah. He goes, they're all people that were interested in this car that never called back. But it's not like they've seen it and said, I don't want it. Right. They never came in. I said, that's crazy, dude. I said, well, I wanted to act on it and see if it's something I was interested in. So it was very nice. I'll be very happy with this one.
And where'd you get it at?
It's up at a place called Jonathan Motor Cars. Ironic, Jonathan. Jonathan, yeah. Jonathan Motor Cars in Edgewater Park, which is up near like Burlington County.
Okay.
Delanco area. It doesn't have like a town that they literally call it that. Edgewater Park must be not very big because everything around it had all different signs on it. But it's a guy that does high end cars, and this must have came in on a trade. Okay. So he does Cobras. We saw a Cobra that he had in the back of the shop. Cost $400,000.
Holy cow!
And it's somebody's car. It's somebody. They're doing the work for him, and they're tuning it and they're fixing it. And he goes, that car there has been in races and stuff. It's worth $400,000. I'm like, oh my god! Most of the ones we did get to see and the paint jobs on these Cobras.
Mhm.
So it's like the Cobra you see in the open air races that has no top on it, and behind the head here it has that round silver bar,
Yeah.
like a roll bar thing, but it's just behind here. It's that has the leather seats and the cockpit. You get down into the rounded nose, rounded rear Cobra, but it's and these have like 400 or 427s in them, and the one he showed us had an 800 horse in the back. He said that's got 800
Dang.
horses. So these are high for people. But like I say, he had other vehicles on his lot. They just don't sell. They have a few up front, maybe 5 cars that they sell to the public, and then other people can come in and buy, whoever. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Very nice guy. Very nice people to deal with. I have only dealt with him, so when I go up Monday, I'll get to see the other, like the finance person, and obviously the mechanics are in the back and stuff. You usually don't see them. See whoever secretaries they have running the show as far as the women, and they'll start the finances as soon as they get in tomorrow morning, which should be about 9, and I should hear from them probably, I would say, noon, 1:00. We'll get to go up and pick it up. So Adam's taking me up to get it. Who caught that?
That's Scotty's fiance.
What is that? A striper?
Striper, yeah.
I thought I was going to say striper. How big was that one? I mean, that's got to be 24 inches.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a douche. Deucey deuce. Damn.
Now I'm going to text her back and I give it back to the guy that caught it.
Yeah. Mess with her. Anyhow.
Showing on it.
Look how big that fish is, people. You can get closer.
That could have been today, right?
Huh?
It's not that sunny out, right?
It's partially, but not very. Not. It's cloudy most of the day.
Let's break. Let's get out.
She took a picture. That's photoshopped. God, tell her we've had it. No more on the sport line here today. We seem like we're just folded under.
Nice. Give it back.
Everybody calling in to us. Wayne's here with me. Ralph's on his way to Baltimore cruise. Shout out to that bum.
Yeah, right. What's going on, man?
I'm gonna just text and see. He probably won't fiddle with his phone.
Who's
Say
that?
you at Baltimore?
Oh.
He should be, or on his way. If he's on the bus, I'm gonna say you can't call in while you're on the bus.
So where are they going?
And I'm not sure on everything. Okay. They're going obviously out of Baltimore. You're heading south, so either the Bahamas or a couple places. Mm-hmm. This is his first. I think him and Chris, his first cruise. I think Ralph said it was his first. She's all worried about, I'm going to get seasick. Oh, it's going to be like this. I'm like, it's not going to be like that. He even checked the weather. They're not supposed to have any bad rain days
cool.
while they're out there or bad days. So I said,
so
you're going to be
Can
fine.
You feel it when you're on
You can feel it. It depends. If the water's a little rough and choppy, boats are huge and you got a lot of people on you. You really don't feel like that. You'll feel like you're walking. Now, there have been cruises where they said people felt like they were walking and stumbling because there were storms going on. If it's not, unless you focus, like the worst thing to do, I can always say is like if you're somewhere and this is your cup and you're in the dining room, don't look at something like that because whether the cup's not going to move, you're going to think it's doing this.
Right.
Because you're focused on something. So you're going to be, so you don't look at a link, you don't do that and say, I can feel us because I'm looking at that and I feel us doing it. If you're just doing like we're doing, and we're talking and going to the kitchen and going out and we're walking the deck and stuff, you're not feeling that at all. You don't really feel it.
Kind of like some people feel an earthquake, and like if we had an earthquake right now, you could feel. Maybe
some can, but some just claim they do. It's just Now there is slight movement at times. If it's real still, then you can just barely feel it. But it should never be. I shouldn't say it'll never be. To me, on the whatever cruises I've been on, 6 or 7 now, I forget. I've never only once did it kind of feel like a dinner. I felt like we were moving a little, but it was bad weather during that time. So Ralph, he just looked ahead. They even took they got the Dramamine bracelets you can wear, the patch behind your ear, the stuff to take. They got it all in case they need it. And I said, well, that's good. But she's working herself kind of into a frenzy, a little bit of anxiety. Oh, She's going to know this. If you're going to do that, it's going to be terrible. I'll guarantee coming back, she'll say, I did not have a great time. I hate to say that on this, but she's probably going to be not. She's going to be, I don't know if I'll do that again, or just feel like those are the people that, or maybe the opposite. Maybe she'll say, you know what, I had a great time, never had a problem.
So you go like different islands and just stop there for.
You have different ports that you stop to.
It's like a whole
usually
day.
That morning while you're traveling at night sleeping, they're getting you to the port. So when you wake up and pull the curtain open, look out of your thing, whatever, you're where you're going to be that morning usually. Now I've actually been where we were pulling in and docking early if you're awake that early.
Mm-hmm.
If you're awake later, 7 or 8 o'clock, because you want to get off. When you're ready to get off, they say we can disembark at 9 o'clock. You want to have all your stuff ready to go to the beach that day. To say it's the Bahamas, it's Nassau. Well, now you want to go do whatever you're going to do at Nassau. So you're there all day from 9, and I think you have to be back on the ship. I'm just going to use the time 5 o'clock.
Oh,
you have to be back,
so
and you have to be back on because they have not the ones I've been on, but I've seen on my phone they have left people. They don't wait. Wayne Dad is not still back on board. They don't have a list like that they wait. They just know you left.
Yeah, they'll pull right out.
They will eventually go. You got to figure out how to
get to the other place.
You got to. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows how that works? You got to pay somebody to take a boat to take you to the other.
That's
God.
What I've heard.
Yeah, right. Well, that can happen. Like I said, on my phone, I've seen people come there. The boat is literally away from the dock, like a ways, but away, like bowling way. And the person's now coming up like that. Oh, we're just going to come back to you and get you there, bub. No problem. They don't do that. So, and then there again, you'll have another night at sea or day on the boat. It depends on how long your cruise is too. 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, whatever. And then you go to the next port, and wherever the next one could be another island, could be the Cayman, could be. It depends on what your circuit. When it comes back, they retrieve back. There'll be a night or two on the ocean, on the boat, getting back to Baltimore. So because normally we don't go out of this area. We go out of Port Canaveral, which is Florida. So then we're just doing our thing around there. They got to come all the way back up the coast to go to Baltimore to come home.
So how long would it take him to get, if they say it's the Bahamas? He's going to
2 days. I think there'll be 2 days before they get to the Bahamas. Yeah. I think he said 2 days to say that right off the bat.
Okay.
That's 2 days. Which is nice because there's something to do on the boat.
Right.
I don't think you don't have anything to do. You're like, well, what are we going to do? There's plenty to do.
Yeah, they got shows and shit.
They got shows. They got all kind of. They got the bars. You got all your clubs and lounges to go. You got your dinner type. You got your dinner meals, your lunch meal, your breakfast in the morning. Get up, have your coffee, go to different places for breakfast. Go out and get the pool. You got multiple pools. You don't got one, so everybody that are pool people are going to get their stuff, and by noon after lunch, they're going to be ready to lay out the pool 3 or 4 hours. Then go have dinner. Then go to a show. Then go out at night. Ryan and Melissa and I would always, and the kids, we went out to a couple lounge things at night, whatever. There's plenty. On the Disney boat, there's all kind of, well, there's on any boat, but on there's all kind of themed things.
I want to go on one of those 80s cruises, man.
There again, there's something different. Yeah,
awesome.
Right. So there's something for everybody when you have those kind of things. You just got to, make your own entertainment. We had a good time. Ryan and I went to a beer tasting on the Disney one. Went to one where you sat down with a bunch of people and they brought, 5 or 6 little glasses out and told you this is a IPA. And then the guy talks about it. You don't just drink them. The guy up there, he just goes on about the history of all the beers and different things. We had a good time. Just
JJ.
About time.
About time, Lippy. Would you ever sleep?
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
How good of a morning is it?
Well, I don't know. It's all according to who you are and where you are, I guess, right?
Well, who are you and where are you?
Well, I can tell you now, I'm talking to you guys, so it can't be too bad.
Well, there you go. That's good to hear. Yeah.
That's got to be a highlight. That's got to be a highlight for me anyway. I'm not sure it's for you guys, but it's a highlight for me.
That's always a highlight when we hear from you, dude. Always. In fact,
how you doing, man? How's everybody doing?
We're doing good, brother. We're doing good.
All right.
What did you? Let's jump right into what you think of the draft and what you think of the Giants picks in the draft.
I like the kid Reese, good edge rusher. And then the 10th pick was the offensive lineman, which was a little surprise, but we do need to beef that offensive line up.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one for you. I do. I mean, I know you might have wanted something else, but yes, I think that's still a good pick. So.
Yeah, I wanted a good defensive player. And again, we don't know who what's going to happen with any of these players.
Exactly. That's just
They
what
may
we
be
said.
busts. I don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows. I mean, at our level, all we can do is go by what the experts say.
Right.
And these offensive tackles, I looked at Miami. I don't remember. I mean, they showed you, clips of all these guys, and they look good at that level. You know?
Yeah.
But it's like drafts in the past and the future. Half of these guys are not going to make it. So I have to see it. I want to see the kid. But as far as right now, I like what we did. The two guys.
Good.
We did pick up a receiver in the later rounds from Notre Dame.
Right.
Defensive back from, I think, Clemson. I'm not sure on that. I have to get on it. But, these guys, we just don't see. Do we watch every play of these games? It's impossible. Can't do it.
Right.
So on paper and everything and what the experts say, yeah, I was pleased at it. Now, how about you guys getting Lemon, the receiver? Like it?
Very happy with that one.
Yeah, you should be.
With him being available at that point, Howie moving up to get him makes me think, yes, that I think Malik Lemon will be
he was the best.
Plus.
He was the best.
He was the Blitnikoff winner. He won the Blitnikoff award.
Yeah,
so.
That's big. He's a really good.
And there again, the two first guys that we got, I'm happy with, and obviously everybody would like to go another route at times, but the Eli Stowers, the tight end from Vanderbilt, was picked their Eagles' second pick.
Right.
And he won the Mackey Award, which is the best tight end award in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel Howie's getting the best available athlete for those positions at that time.
Yeah.
At that time.
Right.
Same way with Markel Bell. They got that third round was Markel Bell. He's an offensive tackle. 6'9", 246 or 346. What am I saying?
Yeah, kids.
Big kid, raw talent. Now, everything I hear about him is good. Needs a little more work with the feet. He's not as quick with his feet, but he's got a good wingspan. He is fast as far as running and moving around. But so this guy's going to be a work in progress, but that's okay. That doesn't mean he's not going to make it.
No, absolutely not. Sure.
And
and here we go with the offensive and defensive lines. Mainly, I'll talk about the offensive line. I think there was 7 offensive linemen gone in that first round. That's big.
Yeah, that's it. That's huge, and that's unusual. But that's
and you got to have these guys. Everybody hems and haws a little bit about this. You got to have those.
You got to have them,
or you're going nowhere.
And Mark,
trust me,
hopefully,
my team has went nowhere for 11 years.
Right, and hopefully Markel Bell will be the successor to Lane Johnson. This is why they drafted him.
You guys have been good doing that with the line play. You've been very good with that.
And then we picked up Cole Payton, quarterback for North Dakota State. So that might be somewhere down the road. He's a good quarterback. He also
you don't know absolutely. It doesn't mean he's not good.
Right.
You could refine him, get him going.
Same school that Wentzy came from, but I'm not going to hold that against him. So.
Well, Brock Purdy. I mean,
Purdy.
Remember him? He was the last guy taken.
Yeah, Brock Purdy. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And further down the list, I really do like these picks, Jay. We got some other people in offensive guard, Michael Morris, a safety, Texas Tech. Cole Wisniewski from Texas Tech. We got a guy. It's an international player. Pathway.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
They say he's an athletic freak. He's going to be He's going to be like a work in progress, like George or what's his name, Malata was.
Yeah.
They're going to use him from wherever when he's ready. He's a defensive lineman, I think. So it'll be a project, like you said. Not everybody makes the team that gets drafted.
No.
Even the Eagles wide receiving core right now in the room. There's 11 right now, but we all know one's not going to be there. Brown.
Yeah, that tech solidified Brown out the door.
Yeah, so there's 10 wide receivers going to compete for probably 5 to 6 positions.
I see.
But I like that, because you can't keep all 10 wide receivers.
But it makes a good camp and it makes good competition.
Of course, it makes a good camp. You're going to keep 5 or 6, and maybe a few of them make the practice squad.
That's true. That's true.
You always got to keep your players there, so those guys get paid. I kind of like where we're at right now. I gave the draft for the Eagles. I probably gave it high, but I gave it an A-.
No, I can see that.
As far as the draft, I could have went.
Yeah, sure.
I could have went B+. I probably should really just say a B+, but I don't know a lot of these. But from what Howie seems like he's grabbed and what was available at the time, and some of these players, I was told he's surprised they weren't taken in higher rounds. Lower rounds. They should have been taken earlier.
And let's not forget about the guy from Minnesota you picked up. The edge rusher.
Yeah. Oh, and I was happy. I was waiting for that to happen. It hadn't happened. Then all of a sudden, we were at the engine house the other night, and all of a sudden on my phone, I was looking. I'm like, oh, they got Grenard. So they did pick up Grenard. I was very happy with that.
Yeah, that was a big pickup for you guys.
Yeah.
And again, Roseman's, as far as I'm concerned, he's done a really good job. It seems like
He has, Jay.
Intact. He's added pieces.
Yep.
And again, you can't keep everybody. We know that.
No, you can't keep everybody, but you got to move pieces in and out. And he seems to be very good at doing that.
He's been really good with it.
He's very good at doing that. Very good at moving pieces. So I'm happy overall. We'll see what happens. Can't wait for these guys to get in the camp and get working, and we'll see what goes on.
Yeah, I am too. And again, we had to bolster our defense up. It was bad against the run. We didn't get much pressure on the QB.
Right.
So we'll see what this Reese kid does. And then as far as our offensive line is concerned, we need to get that improved. So
yes, right.
We'll see how these guys pan out.
Yep. And on the baseball side of things, the Phillies finally won a ball game.
They did. But I want to mention the Orioles got beat yesterday 17-1.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep that down in Baltimore and don't bring it up here to Pennsville.
Okay? I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
Up here to Philly.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's contagious. But anyway, yeah, they're up and down. That's all I can say about the O's right now. Win one, lose one, 500. Actually, they're below 500 right now. I do think your guys will get going.
Well, we're well below 500, so we got to wait.
I know that. I realize that, and that's been a surprise.
I know.
Because you guys have a team that you expect a lot more, and you should.
I hope things come around.
You'll get going. You'll get going.
I do. I really hope things come around, Jay. I can't.
The Red Sox manager got fired yesterday.
Did he?
And they won 17-1. So how about that?
Jeez Louise.
They let Cora go.
So. What's behind that then? What's behind it?
Well, they were underachieving, I guess, but I guess it was in the mix. So no matter if they won 25-1, I guess he was going to go.
Right.
And I found out, it came over my phone 7 o'clock last night, and that he was fired. So he's gone. So, people are impatient, certainly. So, but I don't know all the inner workings, what happened.
Yeah, right.
Behind the scenes.
About that.
Okay, hockey real quick. Your Flyers.
Yeah.
That's just a little.
That was a tough game. Tough one last night to sweep a team like the Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh came in with a different mindset last night to change a few things what the Flyers were doing to kind of shut them down, and they actually did that. That's kind of, to me, what I saw.
I still like your chances.
I do too. I still feel we can get this done. I just feel you need to go out Monday night. You need to go back and win a game and end this series. You don't want to go down 3 games in 2.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to come back and maybe get a little tight.
Right. You want it.
But I do expect you to close it out. And I tell you what, boy, that the physicality from them. And I'm speaking of the Flyers.
Yeah, right.
And the confidence that they look like they're
they do.
Around for a while,
they do. Just a little off last night in some things, but like I said, that's to be expected. Sometimes it doesn't, not always, but you win 3 games. It's tough to get that 4th and keep.
It is because there's a lot of pride that happens with some of these teams. They don't want to get swept.
So,
but I don't know if you guys see any of the Ottawa Canes game.
I did
yesterday. It was on kind of early, I think, and I happened. It was raining, so I didn't have much to do. Anyway, there was bodies all over the ice in that one. That was like mayhem.
It was.
They were checking guys. They were rabbit punching guys. They were fighting.
Dude, it was good.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
It was amazing. There was bodies just into the boards and
maybe I'll see a few replays from it here on the.
You'll be. I mean, my God, those guys were killing each other. They were just killing each other.
Yeah, when I stopped in and got that tumbler,
right?
They had the
let's rock and roll
on there, and they were duking it.
That's playoff hockey. That's why you like
That's playoff hockey, folks. Let me put Sports Center on. Maybe I'll run it.
Back to Lemon.
Take a look at some of those hits, guys. Take a look at some of those hits that were delivered.
Wayne's got something he brought up here. Back to Malik Lemon. What do we got, Wayne? He's fudging right now. It's always, this is why he's not in charge, okay? This is why he's in charge of tech. Which
out of 178 targets, he's only got 3 drops.
You hear that?
Big. Yeah, that's big.
That is huge. Out of the and how many? Now was he 4 years with USC? I'd like to know how many years he actually played, but that's still good. It's got to be close to that.
Yeah,
got to be at least 3. years, varsity years. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, that's huge. I think he's
Yeah,
going to
you
be all
want the
right.
receivers to catch the ball. No
I
question
think
about
he's
that.
going to be all right. He's
Yeah,
not,
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so sophomore, junior, senior year was
He
probably.
has a 2.5% drop rate.
So he's very low.
Yeah, that's pretty low. Yeah.
They say he goes up and he goes up to contest to get catches. So he's very good at leaping. He's not the biggest guy.
That's what you want. You want to be able to get in that red zone.
Yep.
And be able to leap up.
He's 5'11", so he's not the biggest boy, but it's okay. He can.
They compare him to Fitzgerald.
Yeah, well, that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was great. Yeah.
And
we did get a
from
receiver too,
Arizona
Fields. I
Cardinals.
got to look more into him from Notre Dame. I got to see what he did.
Right.
But they say I think he's 6'5" too and can go up. So anyway, I got to get more information on that.
Looking at another team that I thought did pretty good in the draft was the Jets.
Yeah, they did. I
think the Jets came away with a couple good people there in the draft for their team.
They did.
I mean, obviously they're a team that needs a lot of things.
Yeah, they've been down like us for the last 11 years. They've been bad too.
Kind of like them Giants. That New York teams, I'll tell you, they're always needy. They're a very needy bunch. A very needy bunch.
Man, we had some great runs, but
you did.
This decade's been rough.
You did.
But that's sports. That's
I think I'll be honest with you, Jay. I don't really know what. In fact, I didn't see anybody talk about the Commanders draft. Is there a reason why I didn't hear much about their stuff?
They got a pretty good. I think they got that linebacker guys from Ohio State.
Okay.
Skiles, whatever his name was.
Okay, all right.
So he's supposed to be pretty good. I thought the NFC East, Dallas, Giants, and Washington picked the defenders in their first round.
Right.
Now you already have your defenders.
Well, yeah, and we got the Grenard guy through the draft, but not at the
exactly. So you picked him up. So you did.
So we have some people, yeah. I really think the NFC East is going to be very competitive this year.
I think they should be.
I do, Jay. But yeah, barring anything that, like you said, we don't know these things. But my guess is what we're seeing from all three of these teams. I think we're going to be very competitive.
I think it should be, close.
Right.
Within trying to get in within each other and good competition. That's what you want. That's all you want.
The games could be very close where we play each other. You never know. I mean,
absolutely. But I think you're right. I think that division is really going to be a little tighter than it has been.
It'll be a little tighter than it has been. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
But again, like you said, these guys all pan out. Look out.
Right. That could be, yeah.
So, like you said, I know you guys are pleased. I'm pleased as well. So, like I said, there wasn't many surprises.
No.
In it, again, we had another defender we could have got from Ohio State at pick number 10.
Right.
Which I was thinking, wonder if they'll do that. But we needed some offensive line help. So
yeah, you kind of just can't keep. Even though you need stuff, you can't always just keep defender.
Right.
You got to add to that. I think the O line has been one of your weaknesses.
Yes, absolutely.
So if Harbaugh and your guy get together, even in the off season now, and use a draft or get some other people around the league like free agents, as far as your O line goes,
we'll probably try to pick up some guys.
You might be right. You might be adding some pieces very soon. Is what
Sure. So, like I said, I'm pleased with it. You can always criticize, and a lot of the Giants fan base, which I'm on, they're like, "Oh, we should have got that other Ohio State defender." Well, time will tell.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody thinks everybody should always get whatever. If we're not the GMs. People don't understand that. I'm not a GM either, but
we're fans. We're fans, but I think we're knowledgeable.
But I like what my GM does. I don't feel like he's. I don't feel like he's faltering at any level. I feel like he's getting the best people at those positions. That's available. That's available.
I agree with you. He's been pretty good. I don't know how you can complain about it.
Well, we only have that one complaint a few years ago.
I know for the regular.
I know. Wayno and I talked about it this morning. We're laughing.
You're going to have every GM's going to miss.
We're laughing now because Wayno goes, "That'll never die." We'll know that until our kids will hear that 30 years from now. Well, how about when the Eagles left Jefferson and got Rager? That was dumb. That's what's going to be talked about 30 years from now.
It will. I keep hearing that from the Eagle fans over here too.
It is what it is.
You messed up on that one, but look what he hit on.
Exactly. Yeah, you got one clunker out of 50 good ones. Who knows?
Yeah, that's all. He's good percentage. He's got a good percentage.
He's got a very good.
Everybody's going to complain about something.
I know. It's funny. It just makes good conversation for us to listen.
It does. It's great. That's why.
There's a game we're looking at. The Red Sox beat the Orioles 17-1.
Yeah, if we could have got a touchdown, we could have made it closer.
Did you even have anybody on the field, or were they just mad? Was it batting practice? What the hell was going on?
Yeah, they hit us pretty good in the third, fourth inning. They started early, and our relievers came in, and you and I, and all three of us could have come in and relieved yesterday and probably done a good job.
I mean, I would have been on the bench saying, "When's it over? When's it done?"
Yeah, so here we go. Okay, our baseball team's here. Maybe we'll get going here shortly.
I hope. Well, like I said, last night's a win. If they win today, I got better. My hopes are better. They can actually win a series because we've lost the last 5 straight series.
Yeah, well, again, you got 140 some games to go. So
I know. I
expect you'll be.
That's why you're the optimist and we're not. Usually I am. I usually am the optimist. That's the funny thing about me. I'm the optimist more with football. I'm more the optimist. I'm more the optimist. I don't know why in football.
But you have to realize in baseball, you do have so many more games to get it turned around.
You do.
That's
but when you're, I don't like falling 10.5 games out of first now.
I don't blame you on that.
That's a long way to come back. You've got to win those games, and they've got to lose for you to even get to 500.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And I'm not saying it can't be done. And there again, I'm the voice from both sides. That's all. I'm the voice from both sides.
And I understand. I'd probably be in the same boat as
But you're closer to 500 than we are.
Yeah, we're a game. We need to win the day to get to 500.
Yeah, see that? We need to win for the next week to get to 500.
I fully expect you'll get it turned around.
I hope so. Well, I'm going to go with your optimism. I'm going with you.
I would if I were. Look, I don't see all the games as a watching news.
That cocky son of a bitch.
But that group you have, I can't see them falling completely out of this. I can't.
I understand. I agree with you. It's not like I don't know my team. I do, but the pitching, Wayno, I'm going to call you Wayno now, Jay. The pitching, the bullpen's not been good. It's our bullpen. We're coming in losing games when you had a lead or close. That's not good hockey. Or good. God, I'm watching hockey now. That's not good baseball. Mine's going 50 directions. But if they can turn it around and start getting saves and the starters start, looking good, even Painter.
I think they will.
Painter hasn't looked good.
Back, right? You're getting Wheeler?
Wheeler came back yesterday, gave us 5 good innings, looked good for his first start. Yes.
Okay.
So he started that game off very well. Yes.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm looking at it from, I'm a little distant away because I don't see all the games, but I do check the box scores and everything. So I'm a lot distant than what you guys are. You're seeing them every day. I'm not.
Right.
But with that talent there, I just can't see where you're going to fall completely off of it. I can't. So I'm just looking for the O's right now. Here's what I'm looking at in my O's. To make the playoffs, either wild card, and that's probably our best shot. and then try to win a playoff series. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm looking at.
Okay. Well, then that's a way to start your rebuild year.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to start a rebuild
so we'll
year.
see. We didn't make it last year, and we had a 101 win season 2 years ago, and then just fell off. So
it happens. Just like us.
Yes, it does.
Like us, we won 96 last year, and it fell off, and it just fell right off here. Now we're in the ditch.
Yeah, but you've been pretty consistent with 90 and 90 win season. That's what I'm saying.
This one. Ain't you got a room to paint?
No, that's all done.
Aren't you happy? Oh, that's why you're talking to us, because all the work's done.
Yeah, and I didn't do it. We had a guy come in and do it. So.
Oh, well, get off your ass and lift a beer then. I know you can do that.
Oh, that's absolutely. I still have arms for that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right, guys, going to let you go.
All right, Jay. Good talking to you. Thanks for chatting with us. Thanks for calling in, bud.
Yeah, always enjoy it. That's what's the best thing about it.
Absolutely. Always good to hear your point of view from different aspects of different sports. That's why I like
Yeah, well, I like to hear that from you guys as well.
Always.
I can give you the New York point of view. You can give me the Eagles point of view, the Sixers. And
yeah, right. Yeah. Speaking of the Sixers, they're down 2-1 in the series, but they're still involved, and that's a long series.
Yeah, they're still in it. Yeah, sure.
But they're playing a tough team. Boston's tough.
They're very good. They're very good.
I just judge that.
You just try to enjoy your seasons.
Exactly right. All right, brother.
All right, guys. Stay healthy.
All right, you too. Have a good one, man.
Take care, guys.
All right, talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was our New York Giant, Baltimore Oriole affiliate, Jersey J, calling in live. glad to talk to Jay. Ralph's on his way to having a good time, so we understand why he's not chatting with us about the Flyers. But we've already said that. Hats off to him. Have a good one. Phillies pull out their first win, 8-5. Harper went 2 for 3, 4 RBIs. Snaps a 10-game losing streak. How do I know all this? Because it's right in front of me on the monitor. So anyway,
we have a
added
monitor
a little
now.
more professionalism to the show here. We're going to wrap it up. Have a good Sunday, folks. We will be back next week, as far as I know.
Yep.
Right? Correct? Yeah. We have nothing going on right now.
Everybody's healthy right now.
Everybody's
Hope you
healthy,
stay
doing
that way.
good. We will talk with you later. Next time I chat with you, I'll have a new vehicle. Get my butt riding around Pennsville, looking at everybody.
We ain't gonna be talking about that for the whole show. No.
No, we're not. We're not going to talk about it. But it's been
I'm just
18 years
kidding.
since I've even talked about anything with a vehicle because that's all I've ever had was free. The guy at the dealership was amazed. He's like, "You've had that how long?" I said, he didn't see my truck. I said, "I've owned the vehicle I have now for 18 years. I bought it in 08. It was 2 years old." He's like, "Wow." He goes, nobody has vehicles like that anymore. I said, no, they don't.
Nope.
That's why this one I wanted to get a good one and get a low mile vehicle to last me a while because I don't put many miles on the vehicle.
Right.
It took 18 years. I only put
Bald head.
92,000 on that in 18 years. So what's that? Divide 18 into 92. That's not very many a year. 5 maybe. That's 18 fives is 90. So yeah. A little over 5,000 miles a year is all I put on that truck every year. The car is going to be the same thing. Might be a little more because I'll be starting driving the Ostranders around a little bit.
There you go.
Chauffeuring them. All right.
All right.
Say goodbye. We'll talk to you next week.
Peace.